There are a bunch of videos on artist problems, and I want to talk about the problems that an amateur or beginner artist face. I used to draw animals and anime characters when I was in middle school, but I never took an interest in anatomy or of human figures until now. I haven't drawn anything in 10 years, so I will consider myself as a beginner. If you don't believe me, here are some bad sketches that I did this year when I tried to start drawing again. I am learning from the very basics, and here are some struggles or problems that I came across. Number 1, anatomy. This is pretty much every beginner artist's struggle when drawing humans and animals. When I go on Instagram, I see all these amazing artists drawing characters so beautifully, and I want to draw like them. So I told myself to start drawing this year. Here are some of the bad drawings I did in March. As you can see, they are not good. They are like chicken scratches. At first, I was lost on how to proceed on getting better. I borrowed lots of anatomy books from the library, and the one that I found helpful was this one, Anatomy for the Artist by Sarah Semblett, along with this website called Line of Action that provides free photos of models for you to draw. It's pretty helpful. Number 2, proportion. This is also the biggest problem that many have to deal with. We all know that our human has a head, a body, arms, legs, and so on. But when drawing all these body parts together, they are out of proportion. Of course, there are stylized drawing characters, but look at this sketch. The head seems like it doesn't belong with the body. Number 3, hands and feet. Once I get the proportions down, I found myself stuck at drawing hands and feet. It's easy to make the hands look like noodles and the feet look like a block of cheese. Or drawing the hands and feet very stiff looking. Yeah, alright, number 4. Drawing poses. This is pretty important because it makes your character interesting to look at and the pose can tell a story. Poses are difficult to draw, and luckily I found this app called Easy Poser that is fairly easy to use. I drew this one using the pose I made in the app and it is helpful. Or you can use one of those figures for drawing and you can make the pose and just take pictures. Yeah, whatever is easy for you. Number 5, line drawing. You see how other artists have smooth and steady lines, and when I draw my lines, they're shaky and undecided. It's like they don't know where they need to go. Number 6, color. Whether you draw it on paper or on computer, coloring is so damn hard. First is choosing which color to use. Second, coloring light and shadow. Sometimes I either make the shadow too light or too dark, and the blending just blah. At first glance, you can tell it's by an amateur. Number 7, drawing style. Having a style is what distinguishes one artist from the other, and I was too caught up in looking for my own style that I couldn't even get the female and male anatomy correct. Style will come naturally, but in the meantime, it's better to get the foundations down before decorating anything fancy. Number 8, materials. For beginner artists, we think whatever our favorite artists use must be the golden material that make amazing art. But the truth is, it's the skill that matters. An artist can use a cheap wooden pencil and still make a beautiful art. It's really about practice and patience that will sharpen the drawing skill. Number 9, drawing anime characters. I started drawing because of watching anime and reading manga and webtoons. This is probably the reason many people want to get into drawing. I used to copy, not tracing, the anime characters I love, and I thought by drawing from anime will improve my skill, but that's not the case. Many professionals recommend to draw and learn from the basics first so that you can understand the foundations of a human body before making anything fancy and pretty. Number 10, perspective. I don't know what to say for this except perspective is too damn hard. A good technique is to use a 3D model or take pictures of the object you want to draw at the angle you want. Other than that, I don't know what to say. If you know a good technique, let me know. Number 11, comparing myself to other artists. I cannot help myself but to compare my art to other artists and feel discouraged. I feel my drawings are so bad and I will never get to the proficiency level. I tend to be impatient with myself and want to do everything fast. I hate things that take a long time to do and finish. So with this kind of mentality, I feel stressed and discouraged from doing basically anything. I just feel worthless. So it is best not to compare to others but to yourself. If I compare my anatomy joints from the beginning of this year to now, I have definitely improved. I hope. These are what I'm struggling right now. Let me know what yours are. If you'd like to see my joints, you can find me on Instagram at MadeTunes. Alright, see you next time.